Alright, what's up? I'm gonna show you how to make this kiln. You know, it's big, it's solid, it's nice, it's good, it's good kiln. Alright, step one to the way I did this process was I went and found a little grate. My dad had a little barbecue grate laying around. You could use, some wires or I don't know. You could do whatever you want. I did a little grate, put it on the ground, got a basic little dimension, which clearly you can see I made that thing way wider than the grate. Originally, I thought I was just gonna set that grate right on there, but you'll see later in the video how we kind of combated that because I made this thing wider than I wanted, or not than I wanted to, but wider than I initially had planned to. So yeah, I just drew my little skull. Then my dad also had a bunch of bricks laying around. Shout out to my dad. He's just got a bunch of goodies laying around. So that made this process a little easier. You don't need to use bricks. I made a little brick floor just to help retain more heat. But I was just lucky enough to have bricks laying around. So, I mean, if you don't have bricks, that's chill. You could just use whatever you want. Or just don't use bricks. Just do it on the dirt. But I wanted a little brick floor, so that's what I did. Alright, and then I started digging a little hole. In my head, I was like, oh, we can have it a nice little deep fireplace hole thing. But then in a minute, I realized, not really the move. I liked the idea in my head, but then I was worried about actually cleaning it, because then, see, look, I got the little black bricks up there towards the top. So then I just started filling it back in. Because I was like, well, I don't want to have to reach so far down to, clean up the ashes and stuff. Or say, like, once I put the wood in there, I didn't want to have to reach super far down. I have to light the fire. So, whatever. Hey, shout out to Sweetheart. She was a big help making the kiln. She just jumped up there and kept she was just big help. A little inside baseball. She is having kittens right now. My parents were out on a vacation with their family. With my family. And then I texted my brother. I was like, yo, dude, Sweetheart's about to have kittens on your clothes. Because she's clearly pregnant and about to have kittens. And then she just settled herself in his closet on top of his clothes. But I don't think she had them on his clothes. But she was about to have them right in his boots and on his hat. And he was like, please, dude, please move her. So then we guided her to a better spot. Oh, and then I found these little ceramic tiles. Again, don't need them. So I decided against the bricks. Sorry, I'm watching this back as I'm doing the voiceover. I've been working on this video for a long time, so now I want to do a voiceover, so now I'm doing a voiceover like this. So we're kind of watching it together at the moment. Hopefully that's cool. But yeah, I just had those ceramic tiles, and I lined the floor instead of bricks because I found them. I thought they were sweet, but again, you don't need that. And then right here, I'm just dumping. I collected clay for ceramic. I collected clay earlier, and I just had some, like, I water processed the clay, and that was just some leftover dirt, and I just poured it in my dirt, which I didn't have to do that because I'm in California and there's a decent amount of clay in the dirt, and so this adobe kiln method, it's just mud, and it's just mud, like it's just water and dirt, and as long as you have some clay in your dirt, then you're all good. You're good to go. But yeah, so I had locally collected clay and processed it, and it was like a nice red clay from the mountains, and it was pretty sweet. So I just dumped some of the leftovers in my dirt because I figured why not give it a little bit more clay. But as long as you have a little bit of clay in your dirt, you're chilling. You just make mud and then you just stack them up. So yeah, I made my little brick wall. And then it was just a lot of stacking this thing up, and then I made a little. It ends up looking like a little igloo, and I just kept stacking that stuff up, and that's what a lot of this video is gonna be about. It is me just stacking stuff. But yeah, dude, I think Sweetheart's chilling. She went in the closet, and I was looking stuff up. Dude, she's just screaming at us. And she just keeps screaming and hooting and hollering. Shout out Spike and Zippy. Bro, they weren't feeling good. They went on vacation, dude. Sweetheart's about to have babies on my brother's boots and hats, and he's like, please don't. Freaking Spike got sick. Zippy, ate something weird. He wasn't feeling good. Poor little pups. They're feeling good now, but dude, they're so tiny in this. Me and my lady were just like looking at. We were just chilling with them last night, and we are like, dang, dude, have they gotten much bigger? But I'm gonna have to show her this because they are for sure bigger now. They're like little teenage pups right now. Cause yeah, dude, I've been working on this video for a while, a couple months. It's just been sitting here. Now I'm home alone. I'm chilling. Now I'm just speaking to the people, chilling, talking about what's going on. But yeah, dude, this video is just a party. I had a lot of fun making this. Just Spike and Zippy kept helping out. Sweetheart was helping out. The puppies look so cute. They weren't feeling good this week. Now they're feeling good. I'm really happy about it, and I'm thankful that they're feeling good. So yeah, dude, that's awesome. But yeah, look, I'm just stacking. It's just stacking away on these things. Oh, dude, they kept chasing each other. Little pups kept chasing Sweetheart. Sweetheart's hiding right there. Yeah, dude, so I think Sweetheart's already preggo right there. But she's real preggo now. She was like about to just burst out a bunch of little teeny little kitty cats on my little brother's boots and stuff, dude. But again, she found a different spot. It wasn't really a good spot. So I didn't pick her up. I didn't want to pick her up, but because she's pregnant. I don't want to make her all uncomfortable, so I just didn't pick her up. But I offered her a couple options. Dang, bro, look at my lovely lady with the puppies. Wow, this is cute. Again, I'm watching this for the first time with you guys in like a month. I've been working on this for a while. And again, here's just some of that red clay. It's nothing special. Later in the video, I do use something a little special, which in my head I kind of felt like, oh, is that cheating? Because my dad just had like, I don't know, it's not plaster of Paris, but it's just like something along those lines, kind of like a plastery concoction thing. And later in the video I decided to try some of that because he's like, I've got this laying around, so I just gave it a little try. And it was pretty good. I definitely didn't need it, but I did like it. But yeah, anyways, so I was tripping. I was like, oh, dude, I'm not using fully natural materials if I use your plaster, And my dad made a good point. He's like, bruh, the old school method of doing this stuff is just doing what you got laying around. You've got plaster laying around. So is it cheating? He's like, this is because I was like, oh, it's supposed to be like primitive pottery, kind of is what I was going for, primitive technology type beat. And he was like, dude, it is primitive to just use what's laying around. If like these old Aztec people or whoever are like just walking around and next to the creek is just a bag of plaster, then they're gonna use that shit probably. So I was like, yeah, you're right.
A igloo. See you next time. Bye. Johnny, you're on camera.
Wow.
This is real sidetrack. This is what he does with his life. Not just on camera. Oh, what's happening over here? Where'd you go? Ah, it's attacking me.
You gonna get in the mud hole?
Oh, that's going on the gram, all right.
See, his nose is red because he's got splashed with the mud.
Puppy, come in the mud hole. Look who it is.
Your nose is red.
Show his red nose. Puppy, go in. It's safe. Why is this camera broken? Makes him scared. The tripod's acting weird.
Well, don't drink it.
It's so loose. Okay, can you film me dropping my water on the ground? Here?
No.
Here?
It's right behind the shovel.
Here?
Yeah.
Here?
I see your, yeah.
Hopefully you put that in slow-mo.
Round 1. Fight!
this.
Please don't fall. No.
Save her!
Don't get
Save her!
cold.
Save her! Save her!
Yeah,
I
she was like in the
guess.
very tippy top of the Joshua tree.
You could see it in Charlie's Slaves. Oh wait, you're not in it.
We are.
Oh, so smart. Now how you gonna escape the rainforest with these killer dogs?
Just let her go.
They have to show who's boss around here. Oh, they're gonna get poked. But you're stupid. Oh,
You guys gotta be careful.
just another day of evil sweetheart. No, I'm just kidding. Here's the shoes.
You guys gotta be careful.
Mr. Telephone Man. Oh, that'd be a cool picture. No, wait, how do I make it stop recording?
What's up? We're back. Dang, a little intermission, little puppy fight, little sweetheart jumping in the Joshua trees. Dude, I just checked. My little brother just sent me a video of the kittens. Let's go. Kittens were not had in my other brother's closet. They were had somewhere else. Shout out, sweetheart. She had kittens. Let's go, sweetheart. What a strong lady. Also, dude, that video of my brother falling off the roof. Well, he jumped off the roof. He didn't fall off. But I love that video. It's so funny. Oh, I miss you, Kenny. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having fun. And then, look, shout out to the Pops with the swag leveler. Look at that. That's a real brand, swag. Dang, I like that. That's funny. But yeah, he you know, my dad's like a real craftsman. Like, I be doing little stuff, but he be doing stuff right. I just be doing stuff. He be really doing stuff. So he's like, dude, you want to level it? Like, just make sure it's all level and whatnot. I was like, sure, that's not a bad idea. So yeah, so we leveled it. So shout out to the Pops. And then you already know what it is. We mixing dirt. We making mud. We better stack it up. Dang, that could be a little rhyme right there. We mixing dirt. We mixing mud. Yeah. We mixing dirt. We making mud. We making mud. Yeah. We having fun. We in the sun. We. Hey. Damn, bro. Man, when they leave me home alone, I just start chatting. Oh, yeah, dude. That was me showing the flames. My dad's like, so how's it going to work? I was like, it's going up. Yeah, look right here. Mortar mix. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. He's like, yo, I got some mortar mix. It might make it a little stiffer if you want. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. I like that idea. So we mixed that thing up all nice and good. It's pretty legit. It came out. And again, you don't need it. Like, don't go buy it if you don't have it. But, like, if your dad just gets out of a van and he's like, I have mortar mix and the swag leveler, do you want to first swag level this bit, and then do you want to put mortar in the dirt and then stack that bit with the mortar in the dirt? And then if you're like, yeah, dad, oh, dude, look, shout out to my dad, dude. This is what I was saying. He really does stuff. Right here, he's like, dude, maybe you should take this ceramic tile and just slot that thing out. Just, you know, freaking swipe your credit card all the way along this big row of credit card swipers. He's like, just boom, boom, boom. And the idea is like, do it at the end, or, you know, kind of like between layers. Because see, look, right there is getting a little wet and soupy, or, you know, whatever. Like, so you gotta take breaks. That's why this takes a little while, but it's fun. It's chill. You're just out chilling in the sun and having you some fun. You out chilling in the sun. We having us some fun. And then, yeah, just take a little ceramic tile and then slot that thing, and then it kind of makes them lock in place. A little like Lego piece type beat. They just kind of lock them in place a little bit, and it's kind of nice, and it worked pretty good. I like that idea, because then when you leave, you're gonna go let it dry. Then you kind of stack that in place, and I do think it worked. I think it had some merit, so that's a legit idea. And then a little bit later, I'll show you. Skyjo. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, I haven't watched this video.
I read some Skyjo strategies last night. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
Well, a
strat?
few different ones, but it's like, first of all, flip as many from varying columns as you can.
From varying columns?
Yeah, like rows. Like flip one, flip one, flip one, flip one.
Because I always just go for stacks to see if I get a sky joke.
Obviously, priority to getting rid of 10, 9s, and 8s.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, a little Skyjo strategy right there. Good strat right there. Good game right there. You gotta get that game. Go give it a try. It's fun. $20. It's worth it though. You're gonna be like, really, $20? Yes, get it. It's so fun that, dude, my mom the other day got in a car crash, and praise God she's all right. Very thankful she's okay. But she got in this crazy car crash. And they went and rented a car. And then she came home with Skyjo. She was like, look, now we have a set for your house and my house. Well, not my house, my in-laws' house. But, you know, she was like, watch this, watch this. Oh, yeah, I knew that transition was coming. That transition's sick. But, yeah, it was just funny because my mom was like, dude, I could have died. So I went out and got Skyjo because, you know, I bought a set. And they're $20 each. So I was like, oh, I should get two. But whatever, I didn't. So I would bring it over, but then I'd take it home. And then she, you know, got in this crazy crash. And she's like, I bought Skyjo so that we could have a home set. Now, everything's cool. So, yeah, I thought that was cool. Shout out for that. That was funny. Well, you know, just funny that she gets in this crash and then she's like, I'm going to go buy Skyjo. That's my celebration. So shout out for that. That's cool. Oh, right here, I just poked a bunch of holes in it. The theory was like, oh, poke a bunch of holes and then we'll kind of like that Lego theory. Things will jam in there later. We didn't really go with it. I mean, you know, it was like if we're going to make it really thick. But we just didn't really go with that plan. But it looked kind of cool. I did like it, you know, poked a bunch of holes. Kind of looked like a honeycomb. Looked cool. I like that. Dude, do I sound all stuffed up? I got myself in my headphones right now. Damn, I sound stuffed up. And you know why I'm stuffed up? I mean, I'm particularly stuffed up now because I landscape for a living. You know, I just go do weeds and pine needles and stuff, so that wrecks me. But other than that, that makes it worse. But I have a deviated septum, dude. You know why I have a deviated septum? Why I'm all stuffed up all the time? Because, dude, look, dude, right here, I'm, like, jamming in sticks. Because I was like, if you saw it a second ago, the grate didn't fit in place. Like, the little barbecue thing didn't fit in place. So in my head, I was like, I'll just jam some sticks in there and they can sit on the sticks. And then I was like, that's kind of a stupid idea. So, let's go, Pops. It's Valentine's Day, dude. Bringing home the flowers. Let's go. Flores? Para mi mamá? Maybe the flowers for my mom. Shout out Pops getting flowers for the mom on Valentine's Day. We like that. But yeah, I didn't go with that little stick idea. It didn't work out. So then my dad was like, dude, if we were in the Aztec freaking desert, what if they just had steel bars laying around? So then you'll see in a sec, he gets some steel bars and then we start chopping them up, and that was a sick idea. It really worked because then you can remove the grate. And see right there, I'm just checking. I was seeing if I could just build the layers in. And I was like, I just want to stack the grate on there. But yeah, again, we'll do that other idea. But dude, back to the main point. This punk, dude, deviated my septum. I was helping a buddy move. And his kid, who's a little punk. And I hate to say it because he was a little kid at the time. But boy, he was a punk, bruh. And sorry, bruh. He won't see it, though. And if you do see it, you're a punk, dude. I mean, you're probably chill now. This was a really long time ago. But, dude, I still think about you because of this. Because, dude, I was helping him move. And he has, like, one of those little alligator clamper things that, like, you squeeze down to, like, lock it in place. You know, like a little clamp. So, you know, I'm like, let me hold this tarp to this table. Clamp down this little alligator clamp, and it's like the more you squeeze it, the tighter it gets, if you know what I'm talking about. And whatever, he's just being a little kid. He's like, yo, boom, clamps my nose. And whatever, I get it, he's a little kid, but I was like, oh fuck, dude, my nose, ow. But whatever, he's a little kid, little tiny hands, dude. So he didn't squeeze it crazy hard, but he squeezed it harder than he need to, goddamn. But then the way to unlock these things is you have to squeeze them all the way down, if you know what I'm talking about. And so you have to squeeze them all the way down to release it. And yeah, so I just ended up, he squeezed this clamp down to my nose, and I had to squeeze the life out of this thing. And then it just, and ever since then, I can't breathe that good, dude. I'm like, I can still breathe through my nose, but damn, dude, he deviated my septum. Ugh. And then, yeah, look, we got the little grate down. We chopped up those little bars, put the grate down. Freaking awesome. It looks sick. Yeah, so that's awesome. And then, okay, look, I guess I forgot to film me doing all the stuff after that, you know, but that was it, you know, like, so now I'm done. Sorry. Now in this video I've got it all done. After that, I just kept stacking. So I made it, you know, a few feet tall, probably like, I don't know, 3.5 feet tall. I just kept doing the same thing, just stacking mud. And y'all don't really need to see that. So now I'm just cutting to me making a little fire. You can see I was getting a little impatient because, again, I was working on this for a long time. So you can see the top layer up there is still a little wet. But I was like, dude, I pretty much got it done. Let me just make a fire. And I'm just going to fire this little thing. And you'll see if you can guess what I'm going to make out of ceramic. I don't finish it in this video. You're going to have to come back to see it finished. But, yeah, you could take a little guess as to what I made. But yeah, legit, just keep stacking mud. That's all this project is. Just keep stacking that mud. And a quick little tip is I was wetting my layers kind of a bit in between. You know, it's like if you're making a bike jump. This is basically like making a bike jump in a big tube shape. And yeah, so you just keep stacking it. But yeah, I was just wanted to share that little tip. Just I kept getting it wet. It kind of helps things sink into place. And then just let it dry. And dude, it comes out solid. Comes out real nice. So yeah, a little food for thought right there.
Sidetrack. Look, I made a kiln. It is easy, no big deal. Man, I'm about to keep it real. Walk you through it, how to do it. First you go out, get some mud. Mix it up with some aqua. Then you grab it and you pack it. Then you smack it and you stack it. Now we having us some fun. And we messing in the mud. And we chilling in the sun. And I'm making vases for my lady. No, she like my style. No, she like my steez. No, she like my pottery. It gave her some weak knees. When she saw my pottery, got her weak in the knees. Weak in the knees from too much steez. Man, when she saw my pottery, got her weak in the knees. She's like, oh please, I'm weak in my knees. When she saw my pottery, she said I got steez. When she saw my pottery, she saw my flow. When she saw my pottery, she said I need you to please marry me. Look, girl, yeah, I will. But first check out my kiln. You know I went out in the sun and I gathered up some mud. And then I mixed it with aqua. And then I grabbed it, packed it, smacked it, stacked it. Now we having fun. And it's time to make some stuff. So tell me what you want and I'll draft it, craft it. You could have it, anything you want. And I'll make it out of clay. Do you want a house? Just give me a few days. But when she saw my steez, she said make me some new knees. When she saw my